United, WFC.
Here we are. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, bloody hell, here we go. I'm on deck already. Look, the problem is already in the comments again. It's nice to know he's got his timings right these days instead of being half an hour behind. But anyway, good evening and welcome to All for United WFC. This is our 1 year anniversary show because it's the official one, by the way, not the one that John did 3 days earlier. Even though I know the show. I know the show was originally a Thursday show, but this is the official 12-month anniversary. Good evening, Robert. He's getting there. He's getting there. Where's the red glasses, Matt? Apparently, mate.
In the car.
In the car. He had him on when he went to go and meet Dean Henderson earlier. But no, unfortunately, it was supposed to be 4 of us tonight, but Anthony has let us all down. He has deserted you all for a so-called date. I mean, how bad is that, though? Dumping your friends and dumping, the audience that has been waiting for him. You know, he's been on all the promotional tweets and he dumps us the last minute for a date. I don't know. But anyway, as per usual, Matt's here with me. How are you, Matt?
Yeah, good, mate. I'd say it only seems, like 2 minutes ago since I saw you, even though it was a few hours. But, yeah, all good, mate. Nice one, Stu. Thanks for that. It's flown by, hasn't it? And I'm sure we'll get into that. But, yeah, me personally, I'm good, mate. Just, as you see, I was scoffing my Tika wrap. But, yeah, good to go, mate.
And Gareth, I know you never let the side down, pal. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good, thank you. Yeah, no, not one to flake last minute, me.
No, mate, I know. Probably just gone out on a date with probably a flake and an ice cream, knowing him. Anyway, not Matt munches on his chicken tikka wrap thing, whatever he's got. Away we go. Is that his fancy light?
This is Sonic Screwdriver, I think.
I'm wondering what's going on here.
If it's not his Wi-Fi, it's his lighting now. Oh, dear. Anyway, Gareth, I want to come to you first, mate. What has been your overall personal highlight of the last 12 months? Would it be your own show, getting your own show off the ground? Is it something that you maybe watched? Come on, give the audience a good laugh. And what's been your personal highlight?
I think it's probably pretty boring, actually. I think take a few quid in the meter, Graney. Yeah, I think it's
meter's working fine, Brummy.
It's been kind of getting back to football and doing match kind of content and stuff. That's been great, and not just United either. You know, getting to FC, getting to Coventry. We will be going to Leicester, I'm sure. Robert can't wait for that content to come. And last Tuesday's show for me was one of the highlights. It's a year down the line and sitting down and chatting to a couple of footballers. And that's before we even get to getting my own show off the ground. So much has happened in the last 12 months, and it's been an absolute pleasure to be a part of it.
Absolutely. The Crady's all little black Christmas tree at the minute. Crady, what was your personal highlight?
It's a very good question. Do you know what? I've not actually sat and thought about it because I don't want to sit here and be selfish and say my own show. Do you know what? I'm going to take it back to when we first launched this, and it was like, it was locked down and it wasn't locked down. So I think for me, just building the channel and meeting everyone, I think, we all spent so long at home that, I kind of had time on my hands, to sort of do this stuff and help you lot promote it and get it off the ground. And I think just through building it up and through speaking to people, it's probably been, the main thing for me, like I say, starting this, building the shows, thinking of ideas, thinking of content. So, yeah. Find the light ring. John, it's the second time I've used this, mate, and it won't even turn on. It's going back.
Oh, I don't know, but it seemed like it looked up pretty well though, Matt. You know, but
it was lit up really well. Now I just look like Anthony, except I've not sold you out.
Except you're not that red either. You know, you're not proper red in the face.
He's not far off.
Well, yeah,
like a shade of tomato.
That's right. That's why you buy the light ring. Nah, look, just me tan that, but
just his tan. Yeah, him. Anyone think it'd be on the sunbed?
Carry on while I try and fix it, lad.
Oh, for God's sake! There's always something wrong with it, even his Wi-Fi or something else. Anyway, Gareth, mate, I can't get over what is he playing at? Anyway, Gareth, this show's so unorganised. Never known it was so unorganised. Anyway, Gareth, you know, we've all just gone back to watching football matches live. I know that you was a little bit behind everybody else, but you know, Leicester City away. Can you just sum up for people what the atmosphere was like? Away ground, Premier League football ground. You know, just for those who weren't there.
Well, I couldn't really hear you lot very well.
No.
You were a bit quiet from where I was sat. Whether that's Anthony letting the side down or whether that's the result of clappers, but either way, that amused me. No, in all seriousness, it was great, wasn't it? It was great to be back. It was really pleasing to see sort of 4,500 people at the stadium where games are going to be played regularly. You know, I think it's easy to get 8K or whatever to go down to Goodison or to go to the Emirates. But if you can get a good sized crowd to go to where you're going to be playing week in, week out, then it's going to be easier to retain those people. I think so. That's been great. And it was a fantastic result, a good performance, I think, from both sides. You know, I think when they got to 2-1, the game could have gone either way. You know, if United's if our heads had dropped and then Leicester had sort of taken the initiative, then it could have been a different result. But, you know, I was really pleased to see that we take the step back, we go 2-1 down, and then we kind of put foot on the gas and really go for it and kill the game off. So that was great to see. And it was just good to see, you know, although I think we were well on top generally in terms of territory and chances created, Leicester always felt in the game, and if one bit of luck goes their way, they might be able to get back in it. It wasn't to be in the end for them, but you know, it was a really good game to kind of be involved in. Obviously, Reading the week before on Sky, so I was able to watch from my isolation prison, and that was pleasing as well. I think that was also, we needed to kind of battle it out and tough it out and grind to find that first goal. But once the first goal went in, never really looked back. I think that was the case as well last week. So, you know, looking forward to Chelsea next weekend. It's weird. People saying, "Oh, are you at football tomorrow?" And it's like, nope, international break. So yeah, just glad to be there and glad to be back and glad to be going to games and seeing all of you wonderful people again.
Just sticking with you, Gareth, for the time being, mate. Sorry, Matt, but
good, mate.
I've not actually seen any of the Sky coverage yet of the WSL. What have you made of it?
I think it's been great. Whoa! I was not a carrier of COVID.
Come on,
I was
John.
a victim.
Better than that, lad. You're better than that.
COVID. I stayed in this house for 10 days. It was an absolute nightmare. No, I think it's been really good, actually. I think it's kind of based in a studio in London. And, you know, I think the games that I saw, the United Reading game had Emil Heskey, Casey Stoney and Karen Carney in the studio. And it's just good to see like proper build-up, proper analysis, you know, before and after the game, during at half-time, sort of breaking things down. We've never had that really before, other than for Lionesses games that get put, on like terrestrial TV. We've never really had sort of proper analysis of chances. And, you know, I think interestingly, when I was watching Chelsea versus Arsenal for Arsenal versus Chelsea on Sky. One of the things they looked at was the offside goal, and they analysed that and discussed that. And so I think it's good to have these discussions. Obviously, not always about referees as well. They kind of looked at all kinds of things. They looked at the amount of chances that Penny Harder missed in that game. So I think it's just good that women's football is getting proper coverage, proper analysis. And obviously with that, we know that the men's England games are on ITV. And now we know as well that Lionesses games are going to be on ITV as well, which I think is fantastic, building up to the World Cup and the home Euros.
Absolutely. I'm not a big fan of international, but Matt, what do you make of Lionesses going on ITV as a permanent sort of place there for the England team? Which I know predominantly a lot of the England men's matches are on ITV, especially the home matches. So, what have you made of that?
Here's where I criticise. I wasn't happy with ITV4, and that might sound bad, but I just think why hide it away? We've just been, complaining for the past couple of years that since the 2019 World Cup, coverage needs to increase. We've just got a Sky deal. We've put WSL games on the main BBC because everyone said Red Button was hidden, and now we're going to stick it on something like ITV4. So, I mean, I can't moan too much because it's still a channel, but I would have liked to have seen it on ITV1. Whether it goes to that, I don't know what the schedule was yesterday. Whatever was on ITV1, probably something rubbish like Coronation Street. But I think, we can get it on the
Whoa! Let's not call Coronation Street.
Oh, there we go.
Draw the line there from an EastEnders watcher. Jeez.
EastEnders is big as he wants.
To be fair, though, you two sound like Matt Johnson, so...
don't compare us to that, mate. That is an insult. My days. That's the lowest of the low, Ben. I'm not having that.
I think ITV needs a step up from Red Button, because I think ITV4's second, third page of Sky.
Not a clue. It's about the 8th on Freeview-ish. But I think, if we could get... here he is.
I like the way he's found time to comment now. I thought you were on a date.
I know.
Him already.
Dreadful, mate. She should be
running
now.
He's gone to hide in the toilet so we can watch.
He's gone toilets, and I'm just tuning in. Curry's gone through him.
Wash your hands.
That's Anthony. He doesn't do soap. But no, mate. I think if we can get it on the main ITV channel, obviously, that would be a start. But I think, I don't know. I mean, it's coverage, isn't it? But like I said, I'd just like to see it now. If you're doing it, go full hog. Do you know what I mean? Don't do BBC and Sky and we'll hide the Lionesses. Lionesses is everybody. Together, everybody or most people follow that. It's not like it's a club and they may not be bothered. So I think if it's the national team, get it on the main ITV channel. ITV2 at worst, maybe, but not ITV4. But, it's a work in progress. So I suppose I can't complain too much.
And also, sorry, Gareth, go on.
I was going to say, just to jump in there, it looks like Tuesday's game against Luxembourg is going to be ITV4. But then when you look at the games in October, November, from what I can see on this website I have sourced, it just says ITV to be confirmed. So hopefully, the Northern Ireland games at Wembley, isn't it, in October? So hopefully they'll stick that on ITV1 or something like that, and we can see. But I think what ITV are trying to do is put all of their sports coverage on ITV4 and kind of turn ITV4 into almost like the ITV Sport channel, because I believe when they've had the French Open tennis, that's been on ITV4, and whenever they have the cycling, that's on there as well. So I think they're trying to turn ITV4 into an ITV Sport, but if they are, then maybe rebrand it.
Why is my show turned into Tinder?
I don't know. I was just thinking that John's looking for a mate, isn't he?
What's Ali going to say? What's Ali going to say?
Ali's ran off, mate. She lives in Wales now. She's gone far away as possible.
God, you're not chewing her away, have you, John?
He's having a mare. Too much. I don't know. Too much. That's what it's been. Just poor lad. But no, I think on ITV4, Gareth mentioned the tennis, and one thing I hate about that is you constantly put adverts right during the changeover and then don't stick it back in time. So, I mean, I know it's going to be different for football, but one example of bad coverage is, like I say, if it gets to half time and they start chucking on adverts, you miss half of it. They change over from the tennis. They've already played 3 points before it comes back on. I think it's just ITV4 in general. What's Stu saying? Saturday night date channel. I think we're going to have to change this, Ben. I think we're just going to have to set people with dates and just become
Which one of you two is Cilla Black and which one's Paddy McGuinness?
Well, he's ginger, so he's got to be Cilla Black. I'll have to be Paddy.
Oh, no, I can't be a Scouser.
You ginger, though, mate. So I'm sorry. She was ginger-ish.
Oh, Christ. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise. No, I'll happily be Paddy. Especially after
you
I
got the hair for it now, haven't you?
Well, I got the hair for it, and I had the light problems. He has his little lighty catchphrase, lights on, lights off, mate. So it's all good. It works.
So if you need a ball patch in the back of your head, though, then you're proper Paddy McGuinness.
He's got it at the front instead.
I tell you, who's got a bald patch at the finger? This fella here.
Do you know what? He's obsessed with your math skills, I've noticed.
Oh, mate, he's not shut up about it for 6 months. I think in a minute, I'm going to ask you, Ben, and we'll go right back to the start. But on my days, since January, I don't think I've heard the end of it from that guy.
Honestly, it wasn't even him that spotted it. It was my quick wit and my confusion of
Anthony stole your limelight.
Players in, and Anthony's robbed it from me.
Yeah,
I don't know. But Matt, just a quick one on the Sky Sports coverage. I don't know if you've caught any of it. Do you think they'll go all like they do on the men's? Do you think they're going to go all out, all that fancy Nancy stuff after a while? Maybe get some pitch side maybe at some point as well, and have them all out on pitch side and have this like proper debate like they do before Monday Night Football as well. The Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher sort of debate, which you see. Do you see maybe Sky moving towards that sort of stuff in the near future?
Only for, I think, games at men's stadiums. And I had this conversation after the Reading game because it puddled me at first why they weren't at the game. And then it made sense. And somebody was telling me that actually worked at United. I was speaking to somebody from MUTV and we were hanging flags. And they were saying basically because there's no studio in the ground, and that's the same with a lot of grounds, they don't have the facility to be able to hook everything up, report pitch side, be in the studio, and then, go back out, like they would do at a men's game. Obviously, WSL show, they specifically do pitch side, don't need to get the monitors, but that's after the game's finished. So I think in that respect now, to me, it makes sense that actually, do you know what, probably from the studio in London is the best bet. And then if there's a time when we're at Old Trafford or wherever we may be on the road, then maybe do it there because, listen, that studio will already be set up. And obviously, don't forget, it's not just the studio, it's the green screen and things like that they have in the background. It's the screen for the analysis. So I'm not particularly fussy, really. Yes, it would be nice from the ground, but I think the fact that we've got it and they do a proper job at the studio, which is what it's made for, then, fair enough. That's absolutely fine. And obviously, like I said, not every ground can cater for it at the minute, which is probably a reason to say faffing about. But I like it. I only sit and watch the analysis after the game because I'm not massively fussy at the rabbitings on of who they think was the best player and that, I can make that decision myself. But I think getting the analysis and getting people's views on that and looking at setups and hearing different things like that, it's some, I enjoy that sort of stuff. So for me personally, that's great. But yeah, we'll see how that progresses over the years.
Is it me or is anybody else waiting for Anthony's date to go back to the toilet again?
I think Anthony's waiting for Anthony's date to go back to the toilet.
I don't know, man.
Deary
me. Oh, fuck it. I don't know what's going on with the show today, but it's just totally thrown me on this.
I'll put us back on topic, should I?
Go on then, Matt.
Right. I want you to start, Benny. I think me and you started our shows in February because we started this the same week as I started my Tuesday show. So cast your mind back to that first show and talk me through it.
That's what we went through.
Yeah, it was the Oslo and 18-19 season.
Yeah, we did the 18-19 season, then we did Oslo the following week, didn't we? Because we couldn't fit it all in one show. But going back to that, mate, memories galore again, innit? That the absolute memories of Oslo, not Oslo first, but the first championship winning season, really, the FA Women's Championship. I still think it's going to take a lot to beat that season. Just the way everything was and how everything felt and how special it was as well. We could go on and win the Champions League or the WSL in the future. And of course, that'd be special. But I don't know, mate. I just don't think anything can sort of take away how special it was. You know, first season back, you know, everything was a bit more close and knit and everything, if you know what I mean. It was just special times, mate. And, you know, there was a number of highlights coming out of all that season for all of us. You know, we could all pick a handful of highlights to come out of there, whether it be Boreham Wood away, which I still think is the best atmosphere away from home that I've been, a game I've been to. I think, you know, it's going to take some beating, that one. Maybe because I was a bit drunk, but you know, I think that was top atmosphere. We had Everton away as well. That was a brilliant atmosphere as well. You know, in the terraces behind the goal. I just remember the whole Martha thing. You know, who could forget that? Bid for a goal. It's just been. What's the other?
Should come back. Should bring that back this year.
Start on the new season, guys. What new season?
Dear me, he's chucking the agenda at us here. What's going on?
We're going over the last 12 months, lad. You know, going out, you know.
In chronological order as well, if you know what that means.
Yeah. Bloody hell. Anyway.
Carry on, Benny.
Sorry, mate. Yeah. So just like, and then obviously went on to Oslo, the second show, mate. And who could forget Oslo, mate? What an absolute wild time that was. And then obviously, you all had to leave us, and then it was just me and Nat all by ourselves as we went to Sandgerford, watched United again. You know, I think it was 5-1, was it? I think we won 5-1, if I can remember. My memory serves me right. It's just brilliant seeing people like Maria Edwards have a bit of a stage to play on, you know, pre-season. We saw the new signings like Jane Ross and that, you know. It was just awesome to be part of that. And I just think the whole experience overall, going to that open training session as well. And then when it started raining a bit and was all get soaked, and getting interviewed by Norwegian television or whatever it was, some Norwegian thing. That was a big highlight. But it's just madness what we got up to. Especially in that first sort of year and a bit. And then the show just kept snowballing on from there. Then we sort of added in different variants, other content, you know. We started touching upon a bit more broader of the WSL a little bit more, and a bit more of the England stuff as well, internationals and that. Our dislikes of referees and whatever, that's been a topic quite a lot. But absolute madness, mate. It's been an absolute joy. To be honest with you, we've been doing it since February, did you say? It's gone like an absolute bullet, mate. Honestly, it's been so good to do these sort of shows. It's been so fun to do them. It's just gone really, really quickly. It's amazing how time goes really, really quickly when you do these shows once a week. I don't know what your personal highlights are, pal, but I know there'll be a lot for you.
Do you know what? I remember in January when John said, "Oh, do you fancy hosting a show?" And it was the first time I'd done it, and we did a transfer special. And I'll not lie, I was absolutely bricking it, because what he'd done was, rather than having people with me, he whacked me on the screen, just me on my own, blew it up big and everything. And I was like, "Oh my days!" And we were talking through. It was a bit like a Sky Sports one, talking through these transfers, and I was just like, "John, I've got nobody talking to me." I just hadn't realised the ins and outs of it all. And I remember bricking it, and it was just like, you know, I did it, and personally I thought it was absolutely terrible. And he was like, no, it's really good. Do you fancy doing your own show? And I'm like, whoa, hang on a sec, John. Just hold your horses a second. But I think after a little bit of sort of encouragement and a little bit of work at it, you know, it's been good. And obviously, like I say, since that January shambolic first effort, you know, I'd like to think I've improved, and we've had a laugh along the way, and broke me in gently. I don't know about that, but I think it was straight in the deep end and good luck. But no, you know, I hosted that first show, and I think since then I've not looked back. Like I say, you know, we've brought some good content since I think it was May. We got on YouTube, or our own women's YouTube, should I say? Obviously, we had the Monday and Thursday show, but yeah, since February, you know, I think it's just been great. Obviously, being able to provide sort of a football context as well as, you know, a United Women one, and yeah, with Matt Johnson it was. Do you know what? I think it was that bad, that first show. I think we did like 25, 30 minutes. I remember seeing John was like, oh, we're doing an hour. And I remember thinking, oh, my days, like, you know, but yeah, Wi-Fi hasn't improved. Do you know what? It's not. It's stayed consistent though, Stu, consistently bad. And that's about as good as we've got. But
all it's got is the fancy Christmas tree lighting now.
This is it, literally, you know. But
old Athletic of internet.
Plug. What's he saying?
So the old Athletic of Wi-Fi.
The old Athletic of Wi-Fi.
Rubbish.
Mate, we'd like the Derby County. I'll be calling it the administrators from BT. It's that bad. Not paying them a penny more. But yeah, like I was saying, Ben, you know, I think it's just been great since that start. And, you know, obviously joining you on a Saturday obviously helped, you know, because you'd done bits for the men and kind of done this kind of thing before. So, yeah, it was just, like I say, good to kick it off. And I'm going to let Gareth sort of talk about his show now, because I know he does the Tuesday as well as joining us as a regular as well on my Tuesday show. But, yeah, I'll pass over to Gareth.
Yeah, I mean, you asked me to come onto your Tuesday show, and that was great because, you know, especially as well because you wanted to have a show that was talking more than just about United and was kind of sort of expanding out and talking about football in general, and that's great. That's what I want to talk about. So that was great. And then John asked me through you whether I wanted to host my own show, kind of starting with the new season. Asked me that around sort of June time. So I kind of plenty of time to plan that. And yeah, the first time I sat down to do it was strange. And like you say, kind of sitting and talking to yourself is a weird thing on camera. Like I had the second week we did it, no chat, nothing, just me and the laptop. And yeah, I mean, I was able to talk for 45 minutes about 12 games of football. So, you know, it must be doing something right. And hopefully people will continue to tune in.
Absolutely. Gareth, where do you see yourself for the next 12 months, pal? There's one for you.
What is this, a job interview?
Yeah, why not? Why not, mate?
And Gareth, you have to explain why as well. Why you think you're a suitable candidate to carry on an AFU.
In 12 months, don't know, like
more shows.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah, just carry on doing what we're doing. I think you know, quality over quantity, I think, is better. So I think I'm happy just to stick with my John's watching, yeah. You know, I kind of want to continue to kind of do.
Sorry,
it's all right. I mean,
go on.
Robert is perfectly able to make those jokes, but at least I can locate one item in a supermarket and don't come out with a crate of things when the person clearly asked for one. But never mind, Robert. At least I can know the difference between 1 and 4.
He's not great with numbers either.
But no, in all seriousness, like,
12 months before, and he was banging on about 4 years ago.
I want to be able to kind of make my Tuesday show. I want to evolve it. I want to see what I can do with it. You know, I know I started to do analysis, but the way we're kind of doing it at the moment, although I quite like it, I think it's working really well. It's quite rudimentary. I want to see kind of where we can go with that, where we can take that. And I want to be able to shine a light on the National League, because I think so many people pay attention to the WSL and to the Championship. And this is the first year really I've paid a great deal of attention to the National League, and it's been good. Like when we've watched it, it's not been sort of poor quality, you know. So I think there's some good sides down there that deserve some attention and deserve, a bit of a spotlight going on them. And that's it really. Just evolve my show and shine a light on the National League.
Absolutely, that sounds good to me, mate. That sounds good to me. Matt, where do you see yourself for 12 months, sir?
On the beach.
On the beach.
No, I think
on the beach in September. Are you unemployed?
Better Wi-Fi on the beach,
Yeah, do you know what, Gareth? I'll give you that. I didn't look at the month, mate. Might have been a good start, but no, I think. Do you know what? In 12 months, I think if we can, have more guests where they are involved as a coach or a player in football, I think that would be good. We've done very well so far. We had 2 coaches, 3 players. So I think, listen, if we can continue with that, like Gareth said, continue to expand. Obviously, WSL, is the big time. Championship's getting better, so I'd love to sort of, get involved in that and sort of grow that side of our channel, talking about that. And the National League, I think the great thing about the National League is not only is there some good talented players in there, there's some great people as well. And even on match days, I've had many a great conversation with coaches and people involved at some of these clubs. So I think for me, just continuing to grow the women's football as a whole. Gareth mentioned obviously his show, and I think that's great because not only does it round everything up, it does cover, like he said, the National League, and something we're pushing this year is looking at local sides. So I think for me, if we can push that and expand as a channel, outside of Man United women, then fantastic. And something myself and John have always said, it's not just about Man United. If we can get fans of other clubs involved as well, and get it grown that way, and get more people involved, then the more the merrier. John's absolutely buzzing. He's got 3 favourite letters that he's had since May, and that's FC and A. So I'll let you talk.
He'll be on his trainers next year.
John Foster FCA winner. In brackets bronze. I'll let you talk about the FCAs, Benny, and then, like I say, you can give your 12-month thing.
Just to be fair, it's been absolutely fantastic to be nominated for an FCA award. To be even just nominated alone shocked me, mate. I'd expect anybody would pick us up so quickly, but it just shows you how far we've come in them 12 months, mate. We started off so small, just did a couple. John and Natalie just did a show or 2 a week, and now look at us, what we're on 8 shows a week now. Absolutely fantastic, and let's be fair. I don't think anybody else on YouTube, as far as I've seen, does the kind of content that we do. It's absolutely unbelievable that the jobs that you guys have done. Like Natalie has got her show up and running. Absolutely fantastic. I've not seen a show like that on YouTube either. Hers is completely something new, I think. New ideas. What stuff means to her, like what sort of leagues, what kind of leagues mean to her, and all that lot. Anthony, well, he's just a comedian, and let's be fair, but fantastic that he's got a little show now. Gareth's just brilliant, mate. I can listen to you talk all day, pal. Absolutely fantastic. You just keep up the hard work, mate, because trust me, you'll probably be better than any of us, to be honest with you, mate. If you're doing 45-minute shows on your own, just shows you how good and how knowledgeable that you are. And Craney, your shows are just amazing. I think you and Gareth here take a huge round of applause, a huge pat on the back for last week's show with the 2 FC United players, because that was properly good show. That some proper good questions in there as well. Not the same boring, mundane questions that people would normally ask footballers, shall we say. Quite a lot of different questions in there, quite diverse. I like that sort of thing. And I agree with Stu here. Your content is raw, knowledge-based, factual, and from the heart. That I think that's why we've been picked up by and nominated by the FCAs. Hopefully, we can mix it with the big ones, and you know, the bigger channels out there. You know, people have been doing podcasts and YouTube for a long time, and we can mix it up. We can give them a good run for their money, especially this year. You know, you never know. Judges like the underdogs, you know, half the time. So, you know, you never know. We're still in the running. I know voting's closed out to the public and everything, but listen, it's all up to the judges now. Whatever the public's voted and what the judges say now, you know, everybody likes an underdog. Everyone likes an underdog story. So we've got a big chance of maybe even coming away and nicking a trophy. You know, and that'd be very well deserved for everybody's hard work. You know, I just feel a little bit like my show is probably the one that doesn't shine as much because it is a bit more relaxing. It is a bit more jokey. I don't have the guests that all the other shows have on, you know, but that's due to my lack of, you know, inside knowledge or inside sort of. I don't have the inside information that Craney has, that Gareth has, that even John and Natalie have. That they know all the people from the inside. I'm just along for the ride, you know. But you asked me where I want to see the show in 12 months. I'd love to get some proper footballing guests on here as well, so we can, you know, just take this show up another level, another notch. You know, whether it be coaches, players. I am working on hopefully getting a player that played for a really good semi-pro side and now plays for Scunthorpe United ladies. So I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get her because she's a very, very good up-and-coming talented footballer. I know a lot of scouts go and watching her because you've seen it on Facebook that, you know, everybody's saying such scouts have been watching you, keep on playing well. So this player could be up. So I'm trying to get, you know, get somebody in there so somebody can give you an idea of what grassroots football is like as well, because that's something we don't hear about a lot. Grassroots football, you know, the football at the very, very bottom of the pyramid, because that's where she came from. She's not long just signed for Scunthorpe United. She's come literally out of grassroots semi-pro football. So, you know. And thank you, Stu. Thank you. You make me feel really, really, really nice there. And same with you, John, and same with you, Connor. Oh, I'm missing all the comments as usual. There we go. There's Connor's. Yeah, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. But yes, and of course, Stu does play football. For those of you who don't know, and he's not a poser. You know, black football boots, not white, not gold, not green. You know, no names on it, Jonathan. Proper centre half. You know, but yeah, I love to hear about the devs and that. Yeah. Again, that's what Natalie's done such a good job on that as well. Natalie's very, very passionate about the devs and the youth and the players coming through Manchester United's academy, which is always a strong point of Manchester United. So it's good. I just hope, though, in the next 12 months that we all continue to grow together. You know, I'm happy taking the back seat at the end of the day. You know, I'm happy for the show to take the back seat, you know, to be the cool, chilled out one and let these boys and girls do the proper nitty-gritty stuff because these boys and girls are really good at it. At the end of the day, I'm still learning as a host, man. I ain't the greatest, but you listen to Gareth talk, absolutely unbelievable footballing knowledge. You listen to Craney talk, unbelievable footballing knowledge. Great at the way they present themselves. You can tell they both teach, by the way, can't you? You know, but you know, and Natalie, she's been doing it for many years. She's been doing it on different various channels as well. So over the years, so Natalie, it comes naturally to Natalie. She's got the gift of the gab. John, or should we say Jonathan Foster, MUFC, as he always likes to announce himself at the start of the shows. I don't think that says it on your birth certificate, though, does it? I'll be very worried.
It's changed for his birthday.
Officially, yeah, on his driving license. Name, John Foster, MUFC.
To be fair, though, I'd love it if he has it on his trainers next, John Foster, MUFC.
He's treating himself for his 40th, Benny. He's going to pay for his birth certificate changed.
Oh, I can't big up too much, apparently, as Rob's saying. So
yeah, I mean, Robert needs to stop being
put his money where his mouth is.
Here in the comments and actually come on the show.
Exactly. None of this. Oh, I don't do cameras.
He did cameras. It was outside hotel football that time. What's wrong with him?
I don't know, mate. Get him told he's there.
Oh,
We offered in the
Rob,
car.
You're letting the team down. You're letting the team down. You should come have your say on camera. Tell these two how you really feel.
Don't bring your Lewis Hamilton blanket to hold and keep you comforted if you want.
That's it, isn't it? Yes, come on. Got to watch on a show, Rob. Get on a show, lad. Doesn't have to be my show. Get on one of those two shows if needs be.
Rob will pay for a translator if need be, mate. It's all good. Problem. We can sort that. Yeah, John's got the AFU budget and the card, so he'll sort one out.
Apparently, I've just looked through some of the private comments in the private chat here, and
don't out me here.
No, not you. But this is Craney, and Stu. You'd be very disappointed. Craney once had pink football boots.
No, it's orange. Can you not read? You, mate. You absolute.
Oh no, that's good. Pink football boots. Oh yeah, purples at uni. I do apologise.
So yeah, when I was like 14,
but Craney had orange boots. That's just just as bad.
Flashy,
before Stu calls me a poser, it was like when I was 14, I had pink boots, and then when I was at uni, I just needed cheap boots to play the cross in because just only a sub, so needed just a pair of cheap football boots, and purple Nikes were what was there.
I don't know, boys.
Benny, you're lucky I nearly ran off then, lad.
I do apologise. I will apologise to Craney. I was in a bit of a hurry, and I thought it was Craney that put that.
I mean,
no,
he has had orange boots. I mean, I'd say that orange boots are way more.
I've had orange boots.
And purple.
I've had orange tennis trainers as well. So they was as flashy as I got, but never dabbled in pink. I can't pull it off like Gareth.
Such a poser that you match your tennis shoes and your football boots.
That is a poser.
I know these are separate times. The tennis shoes now are orange. I give up my footballing career a while ago.
No, you just need straight black football boots. That's what you need, boys. Puma Kings.
I made the error of going for white ones this time, Benny. The last couple of years I've had white Adidas, mate, and I have to clean them weekly. It's a joke.
Connor's saying he hopes they were Wilson's tennis shoes.
Nike.
Is it? Rafael Nadal fan? Nike.
No. Everything else.
He's a Roger fan.
Everything else is Wilson. The racket, the bag, the towel, everything. Even the dampener on the racket. But no, the shoes I went for Nike.
Copa Mundials. They're the proper boots, boys. Or Puma Kings, because I was a Puma King boy. Lacoste. I can see. I bet Matt's got a couple of Lacoste t-shirts. To be fair, when he plays his tennis.
No, definitely not. Out of my budget, then, pal. Nike again and Adidas. Just some cheapo, like do you know like football shit, like a nylon-y type.
Did you know when you score a point or whatever it is in tennis? Did you do the Tim Henman sort of weak buddy sort of fisted celebration?
No, I used to do the Bryan brothers and jump and belly bounce. No, I'm joking.
With yourself?
No,
just jump and do it when you're playing singles.
No. Doubles player, me, pal. I give up singles when I was about 15.
Here's a question for you, Matt, from our esteemed colleague John Foster, MUFC.
What do I think of Tooney last night? I think she should have scored more. I'm going to put that out there first, and she knows that. Listen, first start. She got another goal. So that's 2 games, 2 goals, looking good. But I think if I'm going to have my coaching and teaching head on, I think listen, maybe could have had more goals. But listen, that's the team as a whole, and I'm going to cover more in depth on Tuesday. 48 shots and only 16 on target isn't great. But no, listen, I'm pleased for Tooney. She deserves that spot. I'm glad they didn't play the other OAP. In midfield, because that would have been a disaster, although she did come on somehow. Don't know how. Jill Scott, for anybody that's wondering. But no, I think, just seeing a new midfield is great. Seeing Tooney go in there and really come into her own is great. She's not not let it phase her. She just walks in there, does a job, carries on a form from club level, and yeah, absolutely smashing it. The only downer for me is I've not actually seen her play for England yet, because obviously last time was at St George's Park, closed doors, and yesterday was a little bit too far for me. John, I'm going to ignore that comment.
I was waiting for you to see that. But,
no, that's why I was waiting. That's why I put up, just in case.
No, I think no, it's safer she's on bench because I don't want anybody else with broken shins. But I think, like I say, a little bit too far yesterday, Southampton. But hopefully, if there's some a little bit closer, I'll make the trip and see her continue to smash it.
Gareth, on Tooney, do you think, I won't go too much in depth because I know Matt's going to do a show on it, but do you think she's now looking like a mainstay in this England side?
I think she's definitely a mainstay in the squad. Whether she's a mainstay in the starting 11, I don't know. There's a lot of injuries in that England squad. But I think she's more likely to keep a place than Mary, probably, when the injuries are done. It's an exciting looking squad. There's young players coming through, and I think it is, we are starting to see that changing in the guard. And again, we'll talk more about this on Tuesday. But yeah, I mean, she did what she needed to do yesterday, really, to kind of stake a claim for that place. New manager, new system, and yeah, a really good opportunity for her. And I think she took it.
To be fair, Jonathan, I don't think Manchester City are having a good time of it of late, either in the men's game. Pep's cracking up. They just drew 0-0 to all those City fans that took the piss out of United, drawing 1-1 with Southampton at St Mary as well. They couldn't beat Southampton in their own backyard. Finished 0-0 today, for those who don't know. But yeah, it just seems City having a right rough time of it at the minute. Anyway, what's saying? Although I feel sorry for the defender, terrible injury. I'm not sure which defender he's on about here. Did someone get injured for England?
Yeah. No, Millie probably.
Oh right, yeah.
Well, I was thinking Esme.
Well, they're both pretty grim injuries to England defenders.
Yeah, either way.
No, Jonathan Ball. I'm not having you saying that Ollie's crap on my show. Ollie's at the wheel, buddy. Ollie's at the wheel. Right, where were we? Yeah, we're supposed to be talking about the past 12 months and where we're seeing ourselves. We've been through all that garbage. Anyway, well, one.
No, I was going to say, Mr. Foster MUFC himself chucked me some stats before. So in 12 months, 273 subscribers and 19,792 views since May. So May to September, nearly 20k views. That's not bad. That's only on our women's channel, so that's not including the men's shows from September to Jan. Doesn't include any new shows that were like I talked about, mine and yours, Benny, in February. So
yeah,
February to May. So this is literally just May to now, start of May till mid-September, close to 20k views and just short of 300 subscribers. So to be fair, that's not bad. I'm sure if we added, the shows that were just Monday, Thursday from September to Jan, and all the shows, obviously, mine and yours, the Tuesday one, Gareth's, Anthony's, all them fans forum, I'm pretty sure we'd probably double that. So I'd like to say well done to everyone on that. As a team, I think we we've had a very good 12 months. So yeah, that's my blowing up of ourselves and putting ourselves out there. Oh, John, here we go. John says 70k all in all, so more than double.
And is that just YouTube? Does that include Twitter as well?
No, this is what I'm saying. This is literally just if we chucked all the YouTubes together, so obviously because we started off on the men's channel, September to now, including men's YouTube, 70k without the Twitter lives. And let's not forget, I think we spent February to end of April on them, Benny. Including the Twitter lives, I'd probably put that at 100k because I think my Twitter live figures from February to May for my show alone was 25k. So
the show with 1,000.
I'd say close to 100k all in all with Twitter. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So
we also have to shout out though. Don't forget maybe the forgotten members, the more behind the scene members like Amber and Karen that have been doing a lot of work on the social media side of stuff. Karen just lately getting involved with shooting the videos for some of the content you've been seeing on our social media pages. And Amber, who's obviously always been around on social media as well, who used to give her a little match previews and what have you. And all the other stuff she's done on Twitter, so that they deserve a good shout out as well, because without them either doing what they do, we wouldn't be so successful. Gareth on Insta, yes, I do. I forgot the Insta magician himself, Gareth. That goes to you too, and Craney as well, mate. I know that you do a lot for the socials as well, pal. Just keep up the hard work, boys and girls. It's getting there. And can I just address something? But I don't know where this 80s cheesy music's come from, but if there's any cheesy music we played in my car, it'd be 90s. But I don't know where the comment's gone now. But yeah, I don't know who said that. Here we go. Benny's at the wheel. Nope. 80s cheese music. I hear you were playing on the radio. No, didn't even have the radio on, did we? After all, I kept telling you to plug your thing in, your phone in. But no, we didn't have any. But usually when we do drive,
you two can't be trusted to navigate when there's music in the background.
That's true. To be fair, we do get a little bit lost in the music, don't we, Matt?
On the way down, no problems, other than you not being able to
mate?
understand which way to go at a roundabout. But on the way back, we end up going through little windy, twisty roads. And that. What can you say?
Remember, I'm Captain No Sense of Direction when I drive. Yeah, I agree. John, Karen's videos have been amazing. Yeah, Matt, did you mention AFU WFC on the road, pal?
Just wait for his internet to catch up.
Yeah.
No.
There you are. A simple, blunt answer, no. And no's easy to...
Well, I was trying to type and say, you want to mention it, but hey ho.
Yeah. How old are you, Stu? I think we established that on the men's channel, how old Stu was. But yeah, ZZ Top, boys. I love ZZ Top, class. But yeah, do you want to mention this then, Matt, or what's happening here? Anybody think Matt is in Mars,
Feels like it, lad.
Do you want to mention it? He's telling you to mention it, whatever you're mentioning here on the road.
What, the on the road stuff?
Yeah, on the road stuff. I think he wants you to mention it, pal.
Bloody hell. Right. John's on the road tomorrow. He's going to Stourbridge. But yeah, I think just on the road, it's basically what it says. If we're not at Man United, we'll be on the road and bringing content. I can see John's obsessed with his on the road thing. I'm getting messages left, right, and centre. But yeah, on the road, lots of local clubs, lots of clubs that are also not far away. And yeah, it's all good. Matt looks lost. That's my everyday look, Stu, that pal.
Broadcasting in North Korea. I love some of this stuff on the old private chat here. But yeah, on the road, basically, he's not going too far though on the road. He could probably bike it from where John is tomorrow. But apparently he's already checked out the facilities, and apparently they have got a toilet there, so all is well. But yeah, Matt, are you not at any games this weekend? No, because there's not a lot of football on, is it? International break. No,
nothing on, pal. It's all down to John this week.
All down to John. So we expect to see some great social media content, John. Don't let the side down. You know, good Craney's been doing it over the last, ever since pre-season, really. I mean, let's be fair. Oh, well, I'll tell a lie. You and Gareth been doing it ever since lockdown when you've both all been VIPs at Leicester City.
I've still got my lanyard. That's over there. Just chilling.
I love the way it's on the wall, by the way. Chilling.
Not on the wall. So it's hanging on my whiteboard.
Ah, right. Is that your tactics board?
Well, yeah, pretty much, except it's a to-do list of marking.
Ah, right. Fair enough. Great plug. I should show that content now. What was Rob saying here now?
We need to stop laughing at these because they're
I can't help it.
It's just
It's
little
ridiculous.
keyboard warrior he is. He's a proper little keyboard warrior.
Isn't he? I think he loves it though, doesn't he? That's why he don't want to come on the shows. Matt Sats in the morning. Yeah. Mate, Wi-Fi is so bad everyone sounds like Stephen Hawking. Oh, bloody hell. Best plug ever. Maybe you.
Yeah, you know, with John's content, check it out. It's another sort of lower league side, and we'll see if he sends me anything. I can stick it on Instagram. So definitely tune in on Twitter. And
yeah,
if you fancy taking a lucky dip, see whether John actually sends me through any videos to put on Instagram, then check out over there as well. But I wouldn't hold your breath on that front.
And to be fair, if you want a quick, easy way of getting drunk tomorrow, every time he introduces a video of himself as, "Hello, I'm John Foster, MUFC." Drink, you know, because I reckon every video clip would be like, "I'm John Foster, MUFC. Welcome." You know, so instead of just saying, "Hi, I'm John," or John Foster, it'd be John Foster, MUFC.
I mean, you know, we say that, but we all know that on a Tuesday you're going to tune in and you're going to hear "Good evening and welcome to Up United WFC" with me, Matt Crane. You know, it's just death, taxes, and
yeah, but he doesn't put Matt Crane MUFC on the end of it, though, does he?
No, he doesn't introduce it.
Exactly. My Twitter handle's Benny MUFC, but you don't go, maybe go, "Oh, my name's Benny MUFC. Welcome." Ben or Benny.
Not yet.
But yeah.
I think we should buy him a flag. Buy him a flag that it can hold up so we all know where he is. Hello, I'm John Foster, MUFC. I'm good here. This is me with an arrow.
Hey, to be fair, though, Matt, well, there's away day trainers, you can spot them in a bloody fog.
Well, I mean, I don't know. If it's foggy, Benny, I'm not looking at people's.
Well, speaking of me, go on.
Oh, that Wi-Fi is terrible.
Diabolical.
Oh my God, Gareth! I'm gonna end the show soon because his Wi-Fi is shocking.
Anyone would think like we've done shows with people from all over the world, and the one with the biggest delay is down the road. We've spoken to people in Canada, you know, here, there, and everywhere, and the biggest delay in sort of waiting for them to actually hear what you said is from down the road. And
to be fair, though, mate. It's worse than waiting for Anthony to finish it. When Anthony sort of has a long pause before he starts again.
Well, yeah,
Quite as bad as that. Matt, I am going to ask you what's coming up for the rest of the week because I know you're the man in the know, and when schedules are growing up and stuff, you know, as we always do before we end the show. So I'll hand it over to you. We'll wait about a minute before you catch up.
No, I've got that through, pal, straight away. Tomorrow, schedule's up, pal. Once John gets saying here. Anyway, once John gets back from his Stourbridge exploits, it's going to go up tomorrow evening. So Monday, John's doing a match preview for Chelsea. Tuesday, we're going to discuss rising ticket prices and Lionesses. Wednesday is Natalie's show. Thursday, John's back. Friday, John's back. and then we're back next Saturday. So, yeah, busy week as always. I think Anthony's Odds is going to be back this week as well on Friday. So keep an eye out for that, seeing as he can't plug his own show because he's gone for a cheeky Happy Meal date. And yeah, all good fun. But keep an eye out tomorrow. Catch up if you've missed shows as well, because obviously we had, like you said before, players on Tuesday. So yeah, give it a look, give it some views, and give it some love. And yeah, all good. But yeah, tomorrow's the one. Weekly catch ups and schedule, pal.
Thank you. And Gareth, you've got a show this week, pal.
No show this week because not been a huge amount of football to wrap up. And obviously, trying to find international highlights is nigh on impossible. So for this international break, no show, but we'll play each one by ear. Might have something to talk about next time.
No worries, pal. I just thought I'd get it in there because Craigie sort of missed you out there. It could have just said,
no,
just have a show
on purpose. Don't worry.
I know what Gareth going, you missed me out.
No, it's only the intros where I get pulled because I accidentally mashed my intro on Tuesday. I meant to say we've got two excellent guests, myself and Gareth, and it come out as we've got two excellent guests and Gareth. So it just sounded absolutely brutal. So yeah, apologies on that one. But I'll work on that. At least I'm not tagging on 4 letters to the end of my name and shouting that out, so it's all good. Here he is.
Absolutely. I can guarantee he's going to start with the 4 letters anyway at the end of his name.
That'll be his chant tomorrow, won't it? At Stourbridge, he'll be one of 12 fans.
Well, I wonder if there's a player called Shout. They can shout.
Probably.
I don't know. Anyway,
he'll be doing the half-time raffle on the pitch, wouldn't he?
As long as you don't go dressed like Jasper Carrot, it'll be all right.
Jasper Carrot, my goodness. No, he's going as Judge Jules. He's doing the half-time playlist and the raffle draw.
Can you imagine that, though? Going as Judge Jules.
I can.
Get the old decks out, the old record player out there,
That's it.
I'm too young to understand that reference.
Nah, yeah, you're true. You are, actually, to be fair, mate. You do know what vinyls are, don't you?
What is?
Vinyl.
Oh, yeah, I've got loads of that.
Yeah, it's just fling it on there. It's just like that. No decks. Hold on. Stourbridge local derby versus Lee. Lie. Couldn't name a football club properly down there.
Big game.
And they've got this dodgy Twitter hashtag that they say as well. What was it, John?
Something about a bin.
Something about a bin or something, yeah.
I'll bin you, it reads. I'll bin you. I'm like, John, what's I'll bin you, mate? Put you in the bin if it continues.
I don't know.
Shocking, mate. Not a clue what it means. He'll pipe up in a minute and translate, but it was something to do with a bin.
Yeah.
I'll
give him a couple of seconds before I end it, just see if he does pipe up, because I really want to.
He's on phone to Anthony trying to sort out this bird's sister from Brighton.
Yeah, true. I don't know.
All gone quiet down there.
Is that it? I've been, yeah.
I've been, yeah. I'll put you in a bin.
Oh my God. Can you not speak proper English down there? Or what?
It sounds like something you'd say at school, innit? I'll chuck you in a bin when he was a kid.
Yeah. No, sir, I've been there if you tell me to do that homework. Yeah. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Right. I will apologise now. This has not been the usual structured show. It has been a bit of a mess. It's been a bit of a laugh. But hey, it was just a 12-month celebration. It was always going to be a bit of a laugh, bit of a banter. Just shame Anthony blew us all out. I'll not, just like he doesn't let Matt forget about the mass, I won't let him forget about blowing us out. Don't worry.
And painting his face like a child.
Yeah, I'm painting his face like a child. And acting like a child half the time as well.
That's every week.
And singing out of tune and getting the words and lyrics wrong, even though it's written down right in front of his face. Don't do that. I'll West Ham away tomorrow, pal.
To be fair to him, I had a look at some of them songs and I can kind of, I don't know what's the word, sympathise maybe with him.
Well, yeah, I mean, some of them songs, as much as You know, I like a good sing song. Some of them are embarrassing. You wouldn't even catch me singing a word of any of them.
But Anthony doesn't mind. He's all for it.
Oh, of course he is. Of course he is.
Anyway,
I'll end it there. Anyway, on that positive note, I'll end it there. And we will be back with a structured show next week. You know, a more structured show. You know, more serious show because we have got Chelsea on next Sunday. It is next Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, next Sunday. Chelsea.
past 12 on Sky.
Yeah, it's a big game on that. So I might as well chuck this out there. Get yourself down to Leeds Sports Village if you can. 12:30 kick-off. If not, Sky Sports, tune in, cheer from your sofa. And if you're not subscribed, please give us a subscribe. Please give us a thumbs up. Please give us click that bell notification thingy, Bobby, thingy, jiggy, so you don't miss any of these shows that are going out because there is 8 now a week. So please do all you can to support us, and we'll continue to bring you a lot better content than this show gives you anyway on the main shows. But this is more of a relaxation show, as I like to call it. Anyway, 2:12:30 kicks off. Oh yeah. United playing at 12:30 as well. Yes. Anyway, thank you, Gareth. You've been an absolute gent as usual. Thank you very much. And thank you, as always, to Matt. Thank you, pal. And thank you to everybody that's got involved in the comments and everybody that has watched. And if you're watching it back, thank you as well. God help you, yeah. Right, we shall see you next week. And from the three of us, it's goodbye.